She is not able to join. Oh, why? Yes. Question number one from DPP number four. In the electric flux, integration of E dot A's Q maps are not created only by charge enclosed. Did we discuss this? I think we discussed. No. No, we didn't discuss. We have to start DPP number four. Yes, what will be the answer to question number one? This we did in class itself. जब हम गॉस लॉ अप्लाई करते हैं इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ई डॉट डी इज इक्वल टू क्यू enclosed by epsilon naught. So though we take the charges inside only, but
both inside and outside, some of the charges.
the electric field is a resultant due to all the charges inside as well as outside.
Yes, sir.
The second part of the question is, can we use Gauss law to find field of an electric dipole? Give the reason also. Can we use the Gauss law to find the electric field due to dipole? Yes or no? If no, then why? Yes, anyone with it? Can
Yes,
we
sir.
use the Gauss law to find the electric field of a dipole? Yes or no? With it?
Yes, sir.
गॉस लॉ अप्लाई करके हम इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू डाइपोल कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं यस और नो
सर एक बार रिपीट करना सर, आपकी वॉइस थोड़ी ब्रेक हुई थी.
बेटा क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 की मैं बात कर रहा हूं. रीड द क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 फ्रॉम डीपीपी 4.
सर नो.
सर नो सर.
सर नहीं कर सकते.
नहीं कर सकते. क्यों नहीं कर सकते? माय वॉइस इज ब्रेकिंग. इज इट विद एवरीवन?
सर हमारे साइड में हो रही है शायद, उसके नेट में इशू.
अच्छा, ओके ओके फाइन. सो हम गॉस लॉ को यूज करके डाइपोल की इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड पता कर सकते हैं यस और नो. आंसर इज नो. व्हाई? बिकॉज़ द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज नॉट सिमेट्रिकल. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कुछ पॉजिटिव से स्टार्ट होकर नेगेटिव में टर्मिनेट होगी. There is no symmetry of the electric field line. Gauss law applicable mathematically सारे केसेस में होता है, but हम उसको apply केवल तभी कर पाएंगे when the electric field is having some kind of symmetry, either it is spherically symmetrical or cylindrically symmetrical. If we choose any surface, if we choose any Gaussian surface enclosing this dipole, the net flux passing through this dipole will always be equal to zero. Integration of E dot dA is always going to be zero because the total charge enclosed is 0, 1 negative, 1 positive, equal negative and equal positive charge. But we cannot further evaluate. अगर हम इस surface पे E dot A की value calculate करेंगे तो हमेशा 0 ही आएगा mathematically, but हम इस surface पे कर नहीं सकते because it is not a symmetrical surface and Gauss law can be used only for a symmetrical surface to find the electric field. Therefore, it is not possible to calculate the electric field of a dipole using the Gauss law. Right? Got the answer? Okay, second question.
Yes, sir.
Consider a disk of radius 0.1 meter exists inside a region of uniform electric field with magnitude 200 ms to power 3. Disk is located such that its one of the diameter is perpendicular to the direction of field. If the disk is rotated about the diameter, sketch the graph of resulting electric flux with angle turn for one complete rotation. Question number 2. Electric field is uniform and initially a disk is kept such that its diameter is perpendicular to the disk. No. It is given disk is located that one of the diameter is perpendicular to the direction of field. So this is question number 2. This is the disk diameter is perpendicular to electric field and electric field is uniform. such that the initial area vector and electric field both are in the same direction. Area vector and electric field are in the same direction. So initially flux will be E into A. And now it says that now if it is rotated with a constant angular velocity omega about this axis. If the disk is rotated about the diameter, this case it is the graph of resulting electric flux with angle turned in one complete rotation. When it rotates by an angle theta, this is a time t is equal to 0. Flux is E into A. At time t, the electric flux will be E into A into cosine of theta. Cos theta, theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. Now when it has rotated, when it has turned by an angle theta. So now when it has turned by an angle theta, now it is slightly tilted, slightly rotated. Initially, the loop was placed like this perpendicularly. And now it has turned by an angle theta. It's rotating perpendicular to the electric field along this diameter. So angle theta covered with a constant angular velocity, theta is equal to omega times t. Substitute here. Electric flux as a function of theta or as a function of time t will be E into A into cos of omega t or cos of theta. Flux is changing as a cosine function. Initially it is maximum at t is equal to 0, then it decreases. So question number 2, we have to draw the flux versus time graph. Maximums start of 0 and in one rotation, this is the graph of cosine function.
तो ये जो दूसरा डिस्क बनाया है ये क्या है?
ये पहले का ही थोड़े टाइम के बाद
रोटेटेड जो है.
के बाद. This is a time t is equal to 0. This is the initial position. And this is slightly after time t when it has rotated by an angle theta. So time t के बाद है वो 3D में है, so obviously diagram में इतना clearly visible नहीं है. This is a time t where it has rotated by certain angle theta. Electric field will be in the same direction. Area vector has rotated by an angle theta. Question number 3. Define the gravitational flux in analogy with the electric flux. How gravitational flux is different from electric flux, and what would be the Gauss law for electric flux? What would be the Gauss law for gravitational flux? Did we do this question in class? I don't know why I think we have done some of these questions. Vineet, did we do this question in class?
No, sir.
Okay. Question number 3, gravitational flux in analogy with the electric flux. Electric flux is total number of electric field lines passing perpendicularly through an area. Similarly, gravitational flux will be the total number of gravitational field lines passing perpendicularly through an area kept in any gravitational field.
सर आपने एक क्वेश्चन नहीं दिया था, आपने बस ऐसे शायद जब पढ़ा रहे थे तब समझाया था.
So all these concepts actually have come in class में. So you should from next chapter onwards, first chapter में कोई hand holding की जरूरत थी. Next chapter onwards, I will discuss only the doubts from these DPTs. Not all the questions are possible to do in class, and I should not do them also in the class. But yes, all the questions must be solved. Either some of them will be solved in the class, and remaining some will be given to the homework. But it will be better if you try them before the discussion class, before the Friday class, or once on your own. क्या था फिर इसका आंसर? The gravitational flux and gravitational flux will be total number of gravitational field line passing through an area. And what is the identical version or what is the equivalent version of Gauss law for the gravitation? Yes. Gravitation flux will be the total number of total number of gravitational field lines from I से या EG से denote करते हैं. It will be EG dot A for a uniform surface. इसको हम intensity भी बोलते हैं, so we can also write that this is I dot A, intensity of the gravitational field. if you remember from class 11. And since intensity is force acting per unit mass, force acting per unit mass is also the acceleration that we can also write as G. So the same gravitational flux can also be written as G dot A, or it can be written as integration of G dot dA. Gravitational field intensity is force acting per unit mass. ये थोड़ा 11th का revision है, 11th से linked है. So if you don't remember the 11th at all, then I think थोड़ी problem होगी. Electric field के जैसे ही होता था gravitational field intensity, gravitational field intensity is किसी mass से r distance पर. If you put a unit test mass, the gravitational field intensity is force acting per unit test mass. Just like electric field is force acting per unit test charge. Electric field at a distance r from this point mass will be F upon m naught. Force upon mass is also the acceleration, so intensity at any point is always equal to the acceleration due to gravity at that. Paridhi?
Yes, sir.
So you left, so I was just checking that you could join again or not.
Yes, sir. Actually, I had a class yesterday at the same timing, so I was not able to attend the last part of it.
Yesterday you didn't have the class?
Yesterday, I meant by the Wednesday class.
Okay, Wednesday class. Okay. Yes. How is the gravitational flux different from electric flux? Anyone? How it is different from the electric flux is different from the gravitational electric flux? This is clear. Gravitational flux, definition wise, it will be total number of gravitational field line. Gravitational field line passing perpendicularly through an area. And now the question is how it is different from the electric flux. I mean, there will be many points which differ in the two, but one point that is always true.
Explanation.
Sir,
Strength.
Strength. Okay. Okay, strength is also one thing, but we can have a very strong gravitational field also, like due to a black hole or due to a very massive star. So that strength is. बेटा
सर इसमें तो बहुत ज्यादा मास होगा ना सर ये
हाँ तो उस मास के आसपास अगर आप किसी स्टार के आसपास है तो उसकी ग्रेविटेशनल इंटेंसिटी उसकी ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड बहुत ज्यादा होगी उसका फ्लक्स बहुत ज्यादा होगा now the difference is that gravitational field line or gravity is always attractive so किसी भी सरफेस जब हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे फ्लक्स हमेशा उसके अंदर ही जा रहा होगा the flux through any suppose we consider this Gaussian surface और अंदर कोई मास होगा then this mass always attract इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस तो बाहर भी जा सकती है पॉजिटिव चार्ज भी हो सकता है नेगेटिव चार्ज भी हो सकता है बट द ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड लाइन विल ओनली एंड ओनली बी attractive
zero and positive
so it will be only negative because the gravitational flux will only be going inside the surface means it is always inward flux gravitational flux is always negative while electric flux can be positive or negative gravitational flux has to be always negative. Why it is negative? Because gravitational wave is always attractive in nature, so always field lines will be going inside. What would be the Gauss law for gravitational field? Okay. The Gauss law for gravitation, the identical version is for any closed loop. Integration of G dot dA will be minus 4 pi capital G into mass enclosed. This is the identical version of Gauss law for gravitation. Not required for the school, but yes, for some questions in the advanced level, we can use the gravitational Gauss law. To calculate the symmetrical region gravitational field, we can apply the similar formula like that of Gauss. Question number 4. Lead has spherical surface as it encloses a charge. How electric flux changes in following cases? Surface area of S is increased to twice. Question number 4. हमने एक sphere का area बढ़ा दिया by double, but the charge inside remains same. So in any closed surface, electric flux is always charge enclosed by epsilon naught. It does not depend. It does not depend upon the size of the sphere. So even though the radius is doubled, the electric flux will remain same. Question number 4, first part. As long as the charge inside is same, as long as charge inside is same, the flux will be same, Q by epsilon naught. Charge is shifted from center to a point near the surface. Will there be any change? In the second scenario, the charge is at the center of the sphere, and now it is shifted
No,
to
sir.
Will there be any change in flux? Total flux still remains same. The only difference is now it will not be symmetrically distributed on both the sides. Total charge enclosed is still Q, charge will be Q, so flux will be Q by epsilon.
सर पहले में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है ना?
कोई डिफरेंस नहीं बेटा, दोनों में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. Both will remain same. If it is 5 is Q by epsilon naught. Here also it will be same. 5 1 and 5 2 will be exactly same. It does not depend upon the surface area. It does not depend upon the radius of the sphere. It depends only upon the charge enclosed. Similarly, here says charge inside is Q only. Even though it is slightly displaced, but still the whole charge remains inside only. So it will still be Q by epsilon. Third case is sphere S is removed by a cubical surface. If we change that sphere by a cubical surface, then still the charge remains same,
Yes.
flux will remain same. Another charge is placed just outside the surface. थर्ड केस में मैं स्फीयर को रिप्लेस कर दिया क्यूब से. The charge inside is Q. The total charge remains same. Flux will remain same. Number 4. Another charge is placed just outside the sphere. If another charge is placed just outside, it will not have any effect because the field line will go in from one side and goes out from the other. So outside charge does not have any contribution in this. Right? Question number 5. Flux through an elemental area ds of the Gauss surface is given by. ds is kept on the surface. Then question number 5 का मतलब समझते हैं क्या ये. Question number 5, there is a surface और उस surface के अंदर एक charge रखा हुआ point charge Q. The position vector of that point charge is Q. Position vector of that point charge Q is given as R1. Position vector of that small area vector is also given as R. Yes. Question number 5 किया किसी ने? What should be the answer? If anyone have been. Question number 5. इस surface पे एक छोटा सा point है. On this surface there is a point. We have considered a small area on its surface and its position vector is R. This is
सर
R.
ए है क्या आंसर?
Answer 5th का A. कैसे? Yes, it is correct. How?
सर वो ये शायद आपने कराया था, लेकिन मैंने तो जो एन कैप करके उसको क्या कहते हैं नीचे
हमने कुछ किया था इलेक्ट्रिक. यस इलेक्ट्रिक
मैंने
फील्ड इन वेक्टर फॉर्म.
ये सर ओरली करा है.
R और ये हो गया R1
और E डेल्टा S, मतलब डेल्टा DS को मैंने, हाँ DS को अलग ले लिया और E बस मैंने सॉल्व करा, बाकी ऐसा है.
suppose consider this as R dash, this vector is R. So जिस पॉइंट पर हमें इस छोटे से एलिमेंट के लिए d phi कैलकुलेट करना है, for that small surface electric flux will be E dot ds. E is electric field due to this point charge. So magnitude wise it will be k cube by R dash square and direction wise R dash cube, R dash cap. Electric field due to point charge formula था k cube by R square, k cube by R square और डायरेक्शन होगी उसको ज्वाइन करने वाले लाइन के along the line joining that charge. ds apply the vector method. जब हम किसी triangle में head to head join करते हैं, when we join head to head, that gives the difference final minus initial. R dash is R minus R1. यूनिट वेक्टर का मतलब होता है उस वेक्टर को उसी के
वेक्टर अपॉन मैग्नीट्यूड,
मैग्नीट्यूड से डिवाइड करने से R dash divided by R dash cube बन जाएगा dot ds. And now you just need to substitute the value of R dash as R minus R. K cube vector R minus R1 divided by magnitude of R minus R1 cube dot ds. Electric flux due to this point charge at a small area vector ds kept on the surface will be given by this option. First will be the answer. Yes, question number 6. Flux to the rectangular piece of the paper as shown when placed in uniform electric field of 200 Newton per coulomb. Question number 6. वो जो थीटा है वो थीटा का क्लियरली मेंशन नहीं है. थीटा will be इधर this Now calculate the electric flux. Flux is E into A into cos theta. This is E. This is A. हम इसके बीच का ये एंगल निकालना. What is this angle? So theta. This will be theta. So electric field and area vector angle becomes 90 minus theta. Electric field and area vector is 90 minus theta. Theta is given 30 degree. So this angle becomes 60. In this question, when we apply that formula E into A into cos theta, theta should not be considered as 30 degree. Theta should be considered as 90 minus 30, which is 60. E into A into cos theta and theta is 60. उसमें एंगल थीटा थोड़ा क्लियरली मेंशन नहीं है, डायग्राम में बना सकते हैं. Yes. Next question number 7 we have already done, I think. In the class 7 का आंसर क्या होगा? कुणाल? Kunal, how are you? Question number 7 answer.
Sir, fine.
7 का आंसर?
सर सी है क्या आंसर?
See a projection area into electric field. We use this concept. अगर किसी यूनिफॉर्म सरफेस में यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में कोई नॉन यूनिफॉर्म या इरेगुलर सरफेस हो, तो हम उसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के परपेंडिकुलर एरिया को पोटेंशियल एरिया बोलते हैं। दैट एरिया व्हिच कंप्लीटली कवर्स इट्स माउथ। सो हेमिस्फीयर के लिए कोन के लिए तो रिवाइज योर नोट्स। अगर ये भी नहीं याद आ रहा तो फिर यू आर सपोज्ड टू रिवाइज योर नोट्स। दिस इज we discussed in class and we did at least 5-6 such similar questions. The total number of electric flux that is coming out of this curved surface will be the same number of field length that enters through this plane surface. Plane surface में जो flux enter करेगा that is E into pi r square. Pi r square is the projection area. Answer will be C. Question number 8. Question number 8 involves a bit of maths, vector maths in fact. अगर हमें किसी ट्रायंगल के ये वर्टेक्स बताओ, वर्टेक्स के कोऑर्डिनेट्स पता है और हमें उस ट्रायंगल का निकालना है एरिया। सो दिस इज रिलेटेड टू द वेक्टर कांसेप्ट। क्लास 11 में जो हमने पढ़ा था, किसी भी ट्रायंगल में हम उसके ट्रायंगल का एरिया कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं by using the cross product of its two adjacent sides. If in any triangle we know the adjacent side vectors, let us suppose A and B. This vector is vector A and this vector is vector B. Now the triangle that is formed by joining their head, area of this triangle is half. Area of this triangle is half A cross B, where A is the vector joining the head of the side corners of A and B, and similarly vector B is the vector joining A to C, right? अब यहाँ पर जो क्वेश्चन है, कंसीडर अ वर्टेक्स ट्रायंगुलर एरिया विद वर्टेक्स 2,0,0 so मैं hypothetically लिखता हूँ ऐसे 2,0,0 and 0,1,0, 0,1,0 and 0,0,1. The vectors joining their heads 2,0,0 to B. Vectors को join करने वाला जो है साइड में होगा x2 minus x1 I cap, x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap will be 0. वेक्टर A, ये हम किसी भी ट्रायंगल का एरिया ऐसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, दिस विल बी इन वेक्टर फॉर्म। इन वेक्टर फॉर्म मतलब A क्रॉस B की डायरेक्शन किधर आएगी इस वेक्टर में। In this vector, the A cross B is coming out of the plane, anti-clockwise turn करोगे A से B की तरफ, right hand thumb is pointing outwards, area vector is pointing outwards. Half A and B, ये vertex को join करेंगे तो 0 minus 2, that become minus 2i, 0 minus 0 0 plus k. These are the two side vectors. हमें इनका क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट करके और फिर हाफ लेना है, that will be the area vector of this triangle. ये अगर पहले से नहीं पता था तो ये हमने वेक्टर अलजेब्रा से यूज किया है। In any triangle, the area of the triangle is given as half of cross product of the adjacent side vectors. This is question number 8. Question number 8 from area vector of this particular triangle. So हम लोग क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट निकालते हैं एरिया के लिए। एरिया इज हाफ A cross B. So we take it as half IJK. First vector component that is minus 2 1 0. Second vector component that is minus 2 0 1. Open this vector. ये होपफुली आपको याद होगा, क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट और डॉट प्रोडक्ट निकालने के लिए हम कुछ क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट के लिए we use the determinant method. So half I cap, it will become 1 into 1 cross product minus 0. ये आता है ना सबको, किसी को उसमें प्रॉब्लम हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट यूजिंग डिटरमिनेंट? हम पहले लिखते हैं आइडेंटिटी, सेकंड में फर्स्ट वाले वेक्टर के कंपोनेंट्स -2 1 एंड 0, देन थर्ड रो में सेकंड वाले कंपोनेंट -2 0 एंड 1, and now open this determinant with respect to the first element, first row. फर्स्ट एलिमेंट लेंगे तो ये रो एक कॉलम छोड़ देंगे, 1 into 1 minus 0 into 0. सेकेंड वाले में नेगेटिव लेते हैं, लीव दैट रो एंड दैट कॉलम, -2 into 1 that is -2, और ये -2 into 0 हो गया 0, प्लस k cap, लीव दैट रो एंड दैट कॉलम, -2 into 0 is 0, minus of -2 that becomes plus. So area vector आ गया हाफ I cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap. This is the area vector of this triangle. हमने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बता दी, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड is 3 into 10 to the power 3, so we can calculate the electric flux passing through this will be E dot area. This was information quoted from the vector algebra और vector mathematics जो आपने क्लास 11th में पढ़ी. किसी भी एरिया, ट्रायंगल का एरिया हम उसको रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं हाफ इनटू क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इट्स एडजेसेंट साइड वेक्टर्स. हमने उन दोनों को पहले साइड की कोऑर्डिनेट्स थी, थ्रू वी कैलकुलेटेड द वेक्टर अलोंग विद साइड एंड देन वी कैलकुलेटेड द एरिया. Can use this area vector. Phi is equal to E dot A. E is electric field, A is area. Electric field is 3 into 10 to the power 3 I cap, और I का फिर I से डॉट हो जाएगा, I का I से 3 into 10 to the power 3 into half. This will become 1.5 into 10 to the power 3 second option. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 है सिंपल, आपको अपने आप करना है. 9th अभी करना है और 10th में भी करना है, बिकॉज 10th जैसा कुछ हमने क्लास में किया हुआ है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 एंड क्वेश्चन नंबर 10, डू इट. Yes. What is the answer to question number 8? Question number 8. Sorry, 8 हमने कर लिया. Question number 9. What's the answer? 9 तो simple है. EA और EA cos 45 का ratio. That ratio will be how much? Root 2. Question number 9. What's the answer?
तो बस 1 मिनट कर रहा हूँ.
9 तो straight forward है. देखिए रहे. पहले वो perpendicular है. Circle E into A. And when it is implied in angle 45, it will be E into A into cos 45. So EA or EA cos 45 connection. And EA one.
Root 2, sir.
Root 2. Yes. Question number 10. Question number 10. I'm using these DVDs because it covers the maximum possible varieties. कुछ इसमें वो questions भी होंगे easy और कुछ मुश्किल भी होंगे. But you have to solve each and every question from this DVD. Question number 10, we also did something similar question. For a certain reason, the electric field always pointing in X direction, but its magnitude decreases from 560 nanocoulomb Newton per coulomb at X equals to 0 to 410 Newton per coulomb, but X equals to 25 in a cubical box of size of 25 centimeters. So a cubical box is placed from one face field lines enter, from the other face the line goes out. From the other side, electric flux is coming out. So total flux is net flux coming out of any closed Gaussian surface is always total outward minus total inward. Outward flux will be E2 into area. If electric field is E2 here, it will be E2 into A. The flux that goes in will be E1 into A. E1 into is given, and these surfaces will be a square surface. These will be square, side length is known, so area will be L square. From the net flux, we can apply the Gauss theorem to find the charge. Total flux coming out of any closed Gaussian surface will be equal to total charge enclosed by epsilon naught. Yes, question number, this was question number 10. Quickly get the answer. Yes. Question number 10, what's the answer? It will be either C or D, quite obviously, because electric field decrease हो रही है, so final flux, outward flux is less than inward flux. Net flux is going to be negative. Net flux negative, so charge negative होगा. And the answer is the length is in centimeter. No, length is in centimeter. वो diagram में 25 लिखा है, उसको सही कर देना. It is 25 centimeter only. So 25 centimeter को हमें मीटर में चेंज करना होगा, इसलिए आ जाएगा 10 to the power minus 4. Answer is D. According to the book, answer is D. Check it. This length is 25 centimeters, not 25 meters, which is, I think, incorrect in the diagram. Question number 11 is same as question number 1. So in the Gauss law, E dot dA is Q by epsilon. Electric field is the expression of created by all the charges inside as well as outside. Question number 12 is also the similar. Okay. Question number 12, what should be the answer? Question number 12 says there are 3 charges inside, some charges inside, some charges outside. Integration of E dot dA is Q by epsilon naught. Use the following statement. LHS of the above equation will have contribution of Q1 and Q2, and RHS will have. So LHS and RHS both represent the net flux due to all the charges present inside as well as outside.
Sir, D.
12th answer will be B, correct. LHS of above equation will have contribution from all the charges, and RHS will also have will have a contribution from Q3, Q4 and Q5. Right.
ये वाला समझ नहीं आया, ये कैसे B कैसे है?
और ये वही जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन किया था मैंने, क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 है, जब हम गॉस लॉ अप्लाई करते हैं E डॉट dA is equal to it is Q enclosed upon epsilon naught. So जब हम Q enclosed लेंगे तो हमें केवल अंदर वाले चार्जेस चाहिए, चार्जेस को decide. But the electric flux that is calculated using the Gauss law is electric field due to all the charges present inside as well as outside. इसका रीजन क्या था? क्योंकि राइट साइड में भी जो फ्लक्स लिखा हुआ है वो सारे चार्जेस का है, आउटसाइड चार्जेस फ्लक्स इज आल्सो इंक्लूडेड, दो दैट इज zero. So the right side में term लिखा होगा that will be depending only upon the charges present inside, but on the left side the electric field that we calculate is because of all the charges inside as well as outside. Right?
Yes sir, understand.
Question number 13. ये सारे हमारे क्लास में किए हुए इसलिए क्विकली बस ओनली आंसर होते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13, what should be the answer? क्वेश्चन नंबर 13, we did this question but यहाँ थोड़ा सा उसी को कुछ ट्रिकी फॉर्मेट में लिखा हुआ है. Same result is written in some other terms. Charge fields.
Yes, C है.
C is correct. In this case, this electric field is radially outward because the point charge is kept at the center. We calculate in terms of charge equals Q by 2 epsilon naught. कोई भी छोटा सा पॉइंट लोगे, electric field and area vector are in the same direction. So the total flux हर जगह पे electric field की वैल्यू तो सेम है, E into dA. The total flux will be integration of E dot dA. Take E outside, integration of dA. This is for a semicircle, and this is for the hemisphere. That will be 2 pi r square. If you want to verify it is Q by 2 epsilon naught electric field due to point charge, formula is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. इसको multiply कर ले 2 pi r square से. This will come out Q by 2 epsilon naught, which is the same that we use in the logic. अगर हम Q को zoom कर रहे हैं, फुटबॉल assume कर रहे हैं, आधा अंदर आधा बाहर, only half inside, half outside, so then total flux will be Q by 2 epsilon naught. Question number 14. The charge Q is enclosed by an imaginary Gaussian surface. Radius of surface increasing at a rate of dr by dt is equal to k. Radius increase हो रही है, surface increase हो रहा है, but the total charge enclosed is same. तो एक ही क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा अलग-अलग तरीके से बस the same thing, same logic, same question, but in different words. So आंसर क्या होगा इसमें भी? क्वेश्चन नंबर 14. Flux linked with surface increase, no, flux linked will always remain same by epsilon naught only, irrespective of the radius of the sphere. Question number 15. More than one correct option. Question number 15. Consider cubical surface of side 1 meter and Let a long wire of linear charge density lambda coulomb per meter square passes through the cube. The correct option are maximum flux through the cube. अगर कोई वायर या कोई रॉड पास हो रही है किसी क्यूब के अंदर से, so charge flux is charge enclosed upon epsilon. Not for the maximum flux, it should be maximum charge. For the maximum flux, it should have maximum charge, and maximum charge will be where? Maximum charge will be along the maximum length, and maximum length is any maximum length possible is always equal to the diagonal, body diagonal. So अगर हम किसी वायर को ऐसे रखते हैं, it is along the body diagonal. One corner passes to one end, another end passes to the other opposite corner. Now, so what is the length of the diagonal, body diagonal of cube? If the side length is L, the body diagonal length is 3L.
3L.
Root 3L lambda. Answer will be C. Maximum flux of the cube is. And what about the minimum flux? Minimum length कौन सी होगी? Minimum length is along the edge. Minimum length is when it is placed along the edge. Right? So flux is charge enclosed upon epsilon naught. Maximum charge हो गया root 3L into lambda. Length is 1 meter upon epsilon naught. And when it is along the, this is the maximum flux. Maximum flux के लिए maximum length चाहिए, minimum flux के लिए minimum length चाहिए, that is lambda into 1 epsilon naught. Answer will be C and D. Question number 16. An imaginary cube of side A in the region of uniform electric field is as shown. Okay. Initially, electric field line enters from one face, goes out from the other face. Now it says that cube is then turned by an angle theta about its vertical axis. Surface 1, if it was going perpendicularly, now it will be at an angle of theta, and since through the surface 1, it is entering inside, so it is going to be negative. So A is correct. Question number 16. Electric field lines are going in to this surface at an angle theta with respect to the event. Now it is inclined at an angle theta. This surface, which was initially perpendicular, if you compare like this diagram only, initially it was perpendicular to the space, and now it is not perpendicular. It is at an angle theta with respect to that surface. But since it is entering inside, it will be negative. So flux will be EA square, V dot A into cos theta, but with the negative sign. So first option is correct. Flux through surface 2. Likewise, surface 2, this is surface number 1, this is surface number 2. Surface 1 and surface 2. For the surface 2, it is coming out at an angle theta. So if phi 1 is E into area into cos theta, this is negative. The other side, when flux comes out, it will be plus EA square times cos theta. Flux of surface 3 is 0, surface 3 is Surface 3 is perpendicular. This one is surface 3. Surface 3 is perpendicular to electric field initially. Now it is not perpendicular, so flux through surface 3 will not be 0 anymore. It was initially 0 because initially the electric field lines are perpendicular to the surface 3, but now it is not perpendicular. Now it is at some angle minus theta. So if we can calculate करना होगा, that will be minus of a square into sin theta because angle will be cos 90 minus theta because this is 90. So इसका angle theta है और दूसरे angle हो जाएगा 90 minus theta, so cos 90 minus theta equals sin. A is correct, B is correct, C is incorrect. Flux through 4, right? जैसा 3 है वैसे ही 4 है. So 3 में अंदर जा रहा है flux, that is minus EA square sin theta. From the surface 4, it will be coming outward, so EA square into sin. Question number 17. Question number 17. Question number 17. Non-uniform electric field 5x I cap plus 3j cap goes through the side of length 2 meter. Then बेटा 16 आ गया समझ में? Question number 16.
Yes, sir.
Question number 17. Try 17 में क्या करेंगे? We have to calculate the electric field component. There will be two components. In x direction में which is changing. Another is in y direction which remains constant. So since it is a cube again, one of the electric field line will be perpendicular, then other will be parallel. Maybe parallel. Non-uniform electric field 5x I plus 3j exists, goes through a cycle of, goes through a cube of side length 2 meter oriented as shown. Right? Okay. 1 meter to 3 meter, and it is 5xi plus 3jk. So this equals to 1. Electric field has two components, Ex and Ey. Yes. Calculate the electric flux through CDEF. CDEF. So because it is kept parallel to the y-axis, parallel to the xy, parallel to the yz. Electric field जो y direction में है वो इसके parallel उसके flux is only because of x direction. Electric field goes in from one side E1, comes out from the other side E2. E1 के लिए x की वैल्यू 1 पुट कर देंगे, E2 के लिए x की वैल्यू 3 पुट कर देंगे. Ey will not have any effect because Ey is parallel. So it is 5 and here it is 15. Calculate total flux E2 into area minus E1 into area. Solve this question number 70, all parts. Check which one of them are correct. Yes, what are the answer to question number 17? Correct answer कौन सा है? A is correct. Is A correct? 17 A is correct or not? हो गया भाई. इसको 3 पुट करो, ये आ गया 15 into एरिया. इसका एरिया कितना आएगा? 4. Flux coming out of CDEF.
तो फ्लक्स कैसे निकालेंगे, मुझे समझ नहीं आया.
E into area यार.
हाँ पर
Y वाला तो पैरेलल है. ये Y वाला is parallel to this surface. ये alternate ways you can calculate this area vector. ये area vector किधर आएगा? Area vector is 4 times I cap. यहाँ पे इसको 3 पुट करोगे, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आ गई E2 is 15I plus 3 times J क्या? Flux is E dot area vector, which is 15I plus 3 times J dot 4I. Dot product में I को I से multiply करेंगे, so that will be 60. A is correct. Flux through A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D ऊपर वाला. इसका एरिया वेक्टर J की तरफ होगा. सेकंड वाले के लिए A is correct. सेकंड वाले के लिए फ्लक्स विल बी, अब जहां पर हम देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे x component is parallel, because of x component no electric field. Electric field will be only because of y component, which is 5/4, that is 20. X component of electric field is parallel to the surface ABCD. उसकी
सर
वजह से
ABCD में 60 लिखा है.
गलत हो गया ना, फिर सेकंड नहीं करेक्ट होगा इसका
हाँ
मतलब.
सेकंड गलत है.
It is wrong. A is correct. C is flux A B G H.
सो थर्ड सही है.
थर्ड सही है.
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
क्या जाएगा?
थर्ड में 1 आ जाएगा. 5I cap into 4 तो 20.
क्या? Not 4I cap. Okay.
और 4
This will be correct. What about the D, E, F, G, H? E, F, G, H. इसका एरिया वेक्टर आएगा -4J cap.
सर ये तो गलत ही आ जाएगा अगर माइनस है तो पॉजिटिव दे रखा है उसमें.
नहीं, हमें करना है E, F, G, H. Electric field will be like this. दो तरह के हैं, तो E dot DA करके डेट कर सकते हैं या अलग अलग कर सकते हैं. If we consider a small, इसमें क्या हो रहा है? But I think फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा क्योंकि इसमें भी a component तो parallel ही x component is parallel, इसकी वजह से flux zero. The flux will be only because of perpendicular.
तो गलत है ना डी वाला?
हाँ, d वाला गलत है. D is the surface is again parallel to the x-axis. X की वजह से electric field will be zero, electric flux will be zero, electric flux will be only because of y. ठीक है. Okay. Right. So answer will be A is correct and C is correct. Question number 18. Small charges placed at mounted on one of the vertex flux through the shaded face of the cube. 18 हमने क्लास में क्या वर्ड दिया आंसर?
B.
B q by 24 epsilon.
Yes,
So
B.
1 by 8 is q by 8 epsilon naught is the total flux which is passing through the three equal faces. Question number 19. Which of the following statement is correct? If the electric field due to point charge varies as r is to the power minus 2.5, then the Gauss law will still be valid. No, it will not be valid. क्यों? क्योंकि सारा केस point charge के लिए था. It is spherically symmetrical. If electric field is inversely proportional to r to the power 2.5, it's inversely proportional to r to the power 2.5 instead of r to the power 2. So flux is integration of E dot dA. अगर ये इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स है कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है q by r to the power 2.5, इसको बाहर निकाल के लेते हैं q upon r to the power 2.5. Integration of d on this sphere will be 4 pi r square. This r square and r is still not cancelled. The flux depends upon charge, which is what flux depends upon the radius. Flux is still depending upon the radius, it is r to the power half. A 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q into 4 pi divided by root of r. Phi flux is depending upon the radius of the cube, which is not valid according to the Gauss law. Gauss law says that total flux enclosed or passing through a surface is always depending only upon the charge enclosed. So first is incorrect. Second, the Gauss law can be used to calculate the electrical distribution around electric dipole. Again, wrong, because for electric dipole the net charge is zero. Electric field is not symmetrical. C, if the electric field between 2 point charges zero somewhere, then the sign of the two charges is same. Correct. अगर दोनों के बीच में electric field कहीं पे zero है, null point is zero, which means both the charges must be equal. The work done by external force in moving unit positive charge from point A to point B. Okay, ये हम पढ़ेंगे next chapter में. Work done in moving a charge is called potential.
वैसे सही है ना ये?
हाँ सही है, B भी सही है. C and D is correct. A and B incorrect. Question number 20. A cubical region has a region of side A has a center at the origin. It encloses three fixed charges minus q at 0 minus a by 4. Cubical region of side A has a center at its origin, encloses three fixed charges minus q at 0 minus 4, 3q at 0 0 and minus q at 0 a by 4. Then find the flux. Question number 20. And says that the center is the origin. The center of this cube is the origin. इसकी लेंथ कितनी थी? Length is a, which means ये half of the length will be a by 2 a by 2. इसका कोऑर्डिनेट 0 0 0 ये यहाँ पे कट करेगा, that will be a by 2 comma 0 comma 0. Similarly on the other side, minus a by 2 comma 0 comma 0. This will be 0 comma a by 2 comma 0, and it will be 0 comma minus a by 2 comma 0, and similarly for the z-axis also. Now the points which are located minus q at 0 minus a by 4, minus q charge then minus a by 4 comma 0 comma 0. 3q is at origin 0 comma 0 comma 0. 3q is at the origin, and minus q is at 0 a by 4 comma 0. Minus q is right. तो क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा अब साइड में देख लेते हैं, सामने से देख लेते हैं इसका. From the top view, this q का the side face दिख रहा है, इसके एग्जैक्टली सेंटर पे चार्ज है 3q, इधर सेंटर पे माइनस q और इधर दोनों के बीच में एग्जैक्टली माइनस q. These are the three charges placed in the q as shown in the diagram. We have to comment about this. The net electric flux crossing through the plane as equals to plus a by 2 is equal to the net electric flux passing through minus a by 2. जितना प्लस a by 2 से पास हो रहा है उतना माइनस a by 2 से पास हो रहा है, सही है कि नहीं? Minus a by 2 मतलब this one and this. The flux passing both the side is same or not? Same. Symmetry, घुमा दोगे इधर अपने इधर है, exactly same. It is exactly same, similar position. PQ minus PQ इसको हम rotate कर देते हैं 180 degree.
Yes, sir.
Are exactly same. So phi 1 and phi 2 will be same. And x equals to minus a by 2 and x equals to plus a by 2. दोनों में same flux pass हो रहा है. So A is correct. 20th का A is correct. Let's talk about B. Net electric flux crossing the plane y is equal to a by 2 is more. तो मैंने शायद थोड़े एक्सेस की क्वेश्चन लोग दे दिया. चलेगा कोई नहीं. The net electric field crossing the plane at y is equal to a by 2 is more than electric field crossing y is equal to minus a. ये ऊपर वाले a by 2 पे जाता है as compared to minus a by 2. Is this correct? ये भी सेम होगा by symmetry. Net electric flux crossing the plane y is equal to plus a by 2.
Sir, correct. C is correct.
C is correct, yes. C is correct. What about B? Net electric flux crossing through the plane y is equal to a by 2. Is more. B is incorrect. दोनों में सिमेट्री है तो सेम ही जैसा होगा. By symmetry, A is correct, B is incorrect, B में भी same होना चाहिए, C is correct. A and C are correct option. तो ये इस डायग्राम से समझना है हमें कि ऊपर अगर कोई सरफेस रखा हुआ और उसके नीचे the surface is here. They both will have this similar. There is a surface and there is so इनके लिए थोड़ा जब surface charge pass होगा उसके लिए Answer will be A and C. Question number 21. 21 is easy. Quickly solve question number 21. 21 answer.
Sir, A.
21 answer is A. Correct. Simple. Ivanshi. Who gave the answer?
Sir, Aishwarya.
Ashwin. 21 answer is A. Yes. First is S column S1 में total charges plus Q and minus 3 gives that become minus 2Q by epsilon naught. You have to just include the total charge inside that particular sphere. Total charge enclosed upon epsilon naught is plus. Question number 22. 21 answer is A. You can only judge by the first two. First का S होगा, so either A or C, and then you can check from the second one. Yeah. Question number 22. A linear charge density having n charge density अभी हमने किया हुआ है. Similar question. Please find the answer. एक में वो रखा हुआ है along the diagonally. Cube को diagonally cut करता है. That cuts diagonally. Diagonally का मतलब 3L will be the length. Root 3L will be the length. और दूसरे side उसके diameter के. Yes. In the first case, it is root 3L lambda by epsilon naught. In the second case, it is 2A by 2. The ratio of flux to Q to sphere is R. Yes, what the answer about 22? 22 जैसा question हमने किया था, जिसे this are not solving. 22 similar question we did. क्या है value R की?
सर R की तो √3/2. एक मिनट.
R की √3/2 आएगी, so 2 by √3 to R will be 1. Yeah. 23. Consider a uniform charge distribution of charge density 2 coulomb per meter square throughout a space. If the Gaussian sphere has a variable radius which changes as the radius 2, the rate of change of flux is constant, or to the power k, k will be 0. This is a similar question. Sorry, this is a charge distribution. Charge distribution, charge density rho is 2. If the Gaussian sphere has a variable radius which changes the rate, then the value of rate of change of flux is proportional. 23 is there is a uniform charge density sphere और इसकी radius change होती जा रही है. Charge density is rho, R radius का हमने कोई sphere choose कर लिया है. That radius is also changing. इसके अंदर का charge है Q. So flux is Q by epsilon naught. Flux is Q by epsilon naught. Q is density rho into 4 pi by 3 R cube upon epsilon. The rate of change of flux is differentiated. The rate of change of flux d phi by dt is rho into 4 pi by 3 epsilon naught. R cube differentiation with 3r square into dr by dt. All these informations are given. R is given, dr by dt is given. Answer to question number 23 is सॉल्व करके आपको वैल्यू निकालनी है v पावर। Yes, answer for question 23. का आंसर 331. Rho is given as 2. Rho is 2, it is pi upon epsilon naught. dr by dt is also 2 and radius is this सारा constant into r square आ गया. This all is constant into r square, so this proportional to r to the power k, which means k will be equal to 2. ठीक है, फिर कुछ प्रश्न तो बचते हैं, वो आपको होमवर्क में देते हैं. And this plus the next worksheet, next two worksheet. Application of Gauss-Law and electric dipole. I'll be taking only the doubts. I'll be taking only the doubts in the coming session. Next class we will start. We started the third chapter, I think. So the second chapter, potential. Right? We just started, I think. It will start the potential and capacitance. Yes or no? बेटा सेकंड चैप्टर स्टार्ट किया था आपने क्लास में?
सर कर लिया था सेकंड स्टार्ट हम उस पे थे इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक.
Very nice. So these two DBBs are from the chapter number 1 and by that time आपको chapter 1 की होम एक्सरसाइज भी शेयर हो जाएगी.
सर आप कोई बुक कह रहे थे कि वहाँ से आके ले लेना, तब क्या अभी हालात थोड़े खराब है तो आप क्या
आ जाओगे?
मैं सर अभी रेड जोन है मेरा सोसाइटी, तो मुझे अलाउड नहीं होगा बाहर जाना. तो सर अब क्या आप ऑनलाइन शेयर करोगे या क्या करोगे?
मैं ऑनलाइन उसके एक्सरसाइज उसके क्वेश्चन बैंक करवा रहा हूँ. उसकी जो एक्सरसाइज जिससे हमें मतलब है वो मैं करूँगा. यस
सर तो मैं फिर सर एक हफ्ते में शायद 1-1.5 हफ्ते में अगर मेरी सोसाइटी में थोड़ा बेटर हो तो मैं आ जाऊँगा.
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. दैट्स व्हाई ओनली फर्स्ट चैप्टर आप शेयरिंग, फिर जब आप आ सकते हो देन वी कैन कलेक्ट. ठीक है. दीस 3 DBBs अभी वाली थोड़ी बची है और एक एप्लीकेशन ऑफ गॉस-लॉ एंड डाइपोल I have shared in the group that you have to solve them as a homework. Next class I will take only the doubts. So
The 5 or 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.